Welcome everyone. We are now moving on to module 4 where our focus will be on lecture 2, that is the art of active listening.
Let's talk about the three levels of active listening. The first one is internal listening, that is self focused. Internal listening is a concept that involves focusing on our inner thoughts, emotions, and self awareness. The second one is focused listening, that is understanding speaker. It helps to create a deeper connections and ensures that you are fully understanding the other person's perspective. The third level of active listening is global listening. It deals with considering emotions and context.
In the three levels of listening, internal, internal listening is the first level of listening. Internal listening is when the person focuses more on their thoughts, judgment, and reactions rather than fully engaging with the speaker. The listener may be distracted with their own experiences, emotions, for concerns. Now, let's talk about some characteristics of internal listening. Focuses on personal thoughts rather than the speaker. Often results in missing important details, can lead to assumptions and misunderstandings. It is a common when someone is preparing their responses while the speaker is talking. Let's delve deeper into each aspect of internal listening. Focuses on personal thoughts rather than the speaker. This type of listening is more about what's going on inside your head and about truly hearing the speaker. Your mind might be wander to your own opinions, judgments, or experiences, which can make you less tuned to the speaker's actual message. Second point is often results in missing important details. Since your attention is divided between your own thoughts and the speaker, you may overlook key points. You might also miss nonverbal cues or emotional undertones that are crucial for full understanding. Third point is can lead to assumptions and misunderstanding. When we were focused on your own internal dialogue, we might assume we know what the speaker is going to say, or we could fill in gaps with our own assumptions, which can lead to misinterpretations of what was actually communicated. The fourth point is common when preparing a response. Many people tend to think about what they are going to say next while the speaker is talking, rather than the focusing on what the speaker is actually saying. This can prevent active listening, as the listener too preoccupied with the formulating response instead of observing the speaker's message. Internal listening can be a natural reaction, especially in situations where we feel we have something important to say, but it can hinder effective communication if it's not managed. There are some examples of internal listening. In example 1, a friend is sharing a problem, but you are busy thinking about how you will respond instead of truly listening. In example 2, in a meeting, your colleague is presenting an idea, but you are distracted, wondering how it will affect your work. In example 3, during the lecture, instead of listening to the professor, you are thinking about your weekend plans. What are the key areas of how to overcome internal listening? Stay present and mindful. Second point is focus fully on speaker's words. Third point is avoid formulating responses while listening. Fourth point is practice active listening techniques. Let's discuss each point on overcoming internal listening barriers. Stay present and mindful. Key your attention to the speaker, not your own thoughts. Focus fully on the speaker words. Observe the message without distractions. Avoid formulating responses while listening. Listen first, then respond thoughtfully. The last one is practice active listening techniques. Use paraphrasing, summarizing, and clarifying to ensure understanding. Let's talk about focused listening, the second level of listening. Focused listening occurs when the listener is fully engaged with the speaker, paying close attention to their words, tone, and meaning. Unlike internal listening, the focus shifts from personal thoughts to truly understanding the speaker. Let's dwell deeper aspects of focused listening and its characteristics. Fully present in the conversation, actively processes and understand the speaker's words. Ask the clarifying questions for better comprehension. Response appropriately based on what was heard. Let's deal with why focused listening matters. It helps and builds stronger connections in relationships, reduces misunderstandings, and also encourages open and honest communication. Now, let's talk about what are the techniques to improve focused learning. Eliminate distractions. Put away phones and other devices. Find a quiet space for important conversations. Second point is use nonverbal cues. Maintain eye contact, nod or show engagement through body language. Some more points on the techniques to improve focused listening. Practice paraphrasing and summarizing. Repeat key points in your own words. Example, so what you're saying is you're feeling overwhelmed with the work. Fourth one is ask open-ended questions. Encourages deeper conversations. Can you tell me more about that situation? Examples of focused listening in real life. In example 1, in a classroom, a student listens attentively to the teacher's explanation and takes notes. Example 2, in workplace meeting, a manager listens carefully to an employee's concerns before offering a solution. In example 3, in a personal conversation, a friend listens without interrupting, then asks follow-up questions to understand better. In three levels of listening, let's discuss third level of listening, that is global listening. Global listening goes beyond words and focuses on the speaker's emotions, tone, energy, and body language. It involves deep awareness of the context, environment, and nonverbal cues. This level of listening helps in building stronger empathy, deeper connections, and better understanding. Let's deal with characteristics of global listening. Listening with full presence, understanding both verbal and nonverbal messages, recognizing emotions and energy shifts, not just the words, but the feeling behind them. reading between the lines, detecting what is not being explicitly said, responding with empathy, acknowledging emotions, and offering meaningful feedback. Now, let's discuss why global listening matters. It builds deep trust in relationships, helps in conflict resolution, improves leadership and interpersonal skills. How to develop global listening skills? Pay attention to nonverbal cues. Observe body language, facial expressions, and gestures. Example: someone saying, "I'm fine," with a sad expression may be struggling. Second example is tune into the tone and energy. Notice changes in voice tone, speed, and pitch. A rushed, nervous tone might indicate anxiety. How to develop global listening skills? Sense the unspoken feelings. Ask yourself, what emotions is this person expressing? A colleague saying, "Everything is great," but avoiding eye contact may indicate otherwise. Practice mindful presence. Be fully present. Avoid multitasking or thinking ahead. Use open body language to show engagement. Here are some examples of global listening in real life. In example 1, in leadership, a great leader notices when an employee seems stressed, even if they don't say it outright, and offers support. Example 2, in counseling or therapy, a therapist listens beyond the words to understand hidden emotions and underlying concerns. In example 3, in a family setting, a parent senses that their child is upset, even if they say nothing's wrong, and gently encourages them to share. Let's talk about mastering the art of active listening. Give full attention. Focus entirely on the speaker, avoiding distractions. Use nonverbal cues. Maintain eye contact, nod, and show engagement through body language. Avoid interrupting. Let the speaker express their thoughts fully before responding. Paraphrase and reflect. Summarize the speaker's words to confirm understanding.
Let's discuss some more points on mastering the art of active listening. Validate emotions. Acknowledge the speaker's feelings without judgment. Withhold judgment. Listen with an open mind rather than forming immediate opinions. Respond thoughtfully. Provide meaningful and supportive feedback. Manage your reactions. Stay calm and composed, even in difficult conversations. Practice patience. Give the speaker time to express themselves without rushing them. Here are some conclusion tips on the art of active listening. The first element is master active listening, transfer communication. Listening is not just hearing, it's understanding. Better listening leads to stronger connections. Active listening, a skill that builds trust and respect. Listen with intent, respond with empathy. The key, the key to effective communication is truly listening. Make every conversation meaningful. Practice active listening. Be present, be attentive, be a great listener. By the end of this module, you will gain a deeper understanding the three levels of active listening, characteristics of all three levels of active listening, how to overcome the barriers to active listening, and some tips of master of art of active listening. Active listening. Thank you for your active participation in today's lecture. I look forward to seeing you in Module 4, which covers empathetic communication and emotional intelligence. Thank you.